So I'm going to address my thoughts about LeBron and AD's time together, and then Luca and the overseas player myth, and I'm gonna tackle it in my way. LeBron and AD were never gonna be Magic Kareem. All that craziness about matching with Shaq and Kobe. Now, when the Lakers traded Shaquille O'Neal because him and Kobe's situation deteriorating, Phil Jackson didn't want nothing to do, and they had to re-cleanse Kobe and all that because it was a bad look. They had won together. They had actually won things together. They made history. We knew Anthony Davis's number was never going to be raised in them rafters. He was not considered one of the greatest Lakers ever, talent wise. Everything was all about LeBron. He was a LeBron puppet, cutlass sports, and he wanted to play with his idol and his hero. And like I said before in the earlier video about the Nino Brown thing, so this was not really a good fit, though it should have been. If LeBron was an all around player, if he did like Jokic actually did, AD would have taken over and done the team. One of the things that AD always talked about, he wanted to play the four, not the five. And I thought, yeah, you're a 6'1" trapped in a 7-foot body. And I had issue with him. And I looked at it as it's soft, Eddie. I laughed. But it proves the point that LeBron is not in the GOAT argument or conversation. He is not the second coming of a Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. He's not the second coming of any of that. For the simple fact is, if he really made people better, he would have hit the sweet spots for AD. He never did. And he never really got him in position to win. It was just kind of like a buddy thing. So it was a bad setup and it didn't work. It didn't work. And that's why they didn't dominate. Bad health, bad attitude, running coaches out. Frank Vogel and Darvin Ham were two legit head coaches, come to find out. I understand you running Luke Walton out. And we don't know what JJ Redick is really about, but you did have a legit coach in Darvin Ham and a winner in Frank Vogel. They weren't wrong. System don't work. Had you understood what you were doing with Russell Westbrook, maybe you would have gotten some out of it. It did not work. Nobody who was willing to play an all-around game can play an all-around game with LeBron James. That's why the Luka thing don't work. And the Luka thing is there to replace LeBron. He's not necessarily to team up with him. This is a plan for the future. This is Rob Pelinka saying, I'm tired of y'all talking. This team is old. I can't have a 40-year-old being the best player and a guy that's 31 who's injury prone, but he's very good, but he's getting held back. So what we going to do? It didn't work. It was not a dynamic duel. There was no championship. They weren't going to win. And LeBron wants to take over everything. He didn't play the position, and he didn't want to really defer and give the keys. He needed to be the third best player on his team. Reeves is not really the second best player, but they're manipulating him. Reeves is almost like a Kirk Cousins type. By default, they're going to make another move. But there's nothing else big that you can get that's going to compare to Anthony Davis. You just don't get them in. And the only people that are comparable to him are Jokic. That's not going to happen. And Joel Embiid, who's so banged up and so processed that he's mentally fractured. So I don't see that happening either without you getting up Austin Reeves. So that's what's up. As for Luka Doncic, out of shape, not playing right, doesn't take care of himself. And that's a waste. So much for the more disciplined foreign players that come in the NBA and everybody's like, oh, they play the right way and all that. No, this guy is not really up to standards. He does not get ridiculed like NBA players from the States. As a matter of fact, they come over with kitty gloves for Luka Doncic. Yeah, he talented and all that, and you could say he won the overall skill set from Trae Young. You know, Trae Young's still going to be in Atlanta, but Luka Doncic is not Jokic. He's nowhere near that. And Victor Wembany's coming along. Now, I'm not trying to play Luka Doncic like he's Zion Williamson. He's Twinkie-fied and he's eating all the buffets up. But when I say James Harden like, I ain't just talking about the skill set and all that. I'm talking about the weight, and he don't take care of himself, and he's half-hearted. And they even want to invest in him. So if you were supposed to be the second coming of Dirk Nowitzki 2.0 will be better, you did not put your best foot forth. I don't see him playing with LeBron like that. That's a future move. Understand it, though. This could be raising the white flag. We're not winning the championship this year. Because this ain't like Paul Gasol. When Paul Gasol came with Kobe, they lost their first year. I don't see a championship run with this team. Unless, of course, they can pull off something that I don't see, but I don't see it. They need some more perimeter shooters and they need an inside presence. They don't have that. And they're going to have to give up something to get something, because the next situation, you got to give up something. But this is a future move, future move. But LeBron knew. I said Nino Brown, and he knew. You know, they knew. Cash Money knows everything. Plays dumb and coy, knows everything. But the LeBron AD big man perimeter thing was hit and miss. It was an incomplete. It's nowhere near Wilt and Jerry West and Gail Goodrich. It's nowhere near Magic, Kareem, and them. It's nowhere near Shaq and Kobe. Nowhere near it. So please stop with that. Because if he had done that with Anthony Davis, bubble ring aside, there was nothing there to get excited about. And it was untapped potential that never got its full tilt. And I know Anthony Davis didn't really want to leave LA, but I don't think him and JJ Redick got along like that. And I don't think he liked the thought of having to deal with Bronny James being a bigger star as him, just selling jerseys without actually being a legit player. Just saying. There's a whole lot more to this that you just don't know about, but it's not, it's a surprise, but it's not shocking. Because the Lakers want to say, hey, we're going to prepare for the future. This is a move past LeBron. They know he's not championship worthy. And they know Anthony Davis can't sell jerseys, he can't stay healthy, but he's not championship worthy because he just isn't popular. And you believe me, popularity means everything in La La Land. They got to have a big name. It ain't just because you're winning. You got to have a name. And that's what it come down to sometimes. A lot of times with these franchises, they will part with someone who's putting up numbers for a guy who's got a name. Name brand goes with name brand. It's the American way. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shit. If you like, hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.